Hey everybody, this is Jason, Colorado Mountain Man Survival. It is March 26, 2020. We're in the middle of the COVID virus scare, and everybody's running around trying to get food, and they're really not ready for it. So today I'm going to show you how you should prep food supplies ahead of time so you'd be ready for something like this. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to store non-perishable food supplies in Mylar bags. I've got oats behind me, I've got rice over here, and a bag of flour. Typically the best thing to do when you're prepping is to buy food in bulk, but if you can't find it in bulk, then you can just go out and get as many of these as you can. Everybody's screaming and yelling about hoarders today, but all this stuff was bought ahead of time. I bought this stuff months ago. I just haven't had time to put it in these bags. But, and I didn't have any bags, but I did order some. But I just want to move on real quick. I don't want to fill too much time with talking. I just wanted to show you what needs to be done to store your food. First thing you're going to need to do, obviously, is get your food supplies, whatever it is you choose. And then you need to get Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers. Now, you can get those on Amazon. I bought these, I ordered these about a week and a half ago. They came in the other day. These are oxygen absorbers. They have to be sealed, otherwise they start heating up. It's like those hand warmers, and then they become ruined or spoiled or however you want to put it. So they have to be sealed like this. And then next thing you're going to need are Mylar bags. These are 3 mil Mylar bags. I recommend that you get 5 mil, but these are what would come to me the quickest with this current pandemic or whatever you want to call it. So I ordered a bunch of the 3 mil just so I'd have something to show you in this video. These typically come together in a package. You can buy one or the other, but I suggest you buy them both. These are 300 cc's for a 1 gallon bag. Typically you put one of these per 1 bag. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Next thing you're going to need is a marker. You're going to need to label each bag. You could get fancy and do labels and stickers and put them on there, but if you're just trying to do it quick and just get your supplies out there, Sharpie, permanent marker, so you can mark on those bags, so you can label it, the date, and what it is in it. It's important to label it because otherwise who knows what you're going to get. And the last thing you're going to need is a way to seal those bags. They are basically just plastic bags. You do melt them together, but I took my daughter's hair straightener. This works great. You can use a curling iron, but these flat hair straighteners work the best. I don't know how much they are. I don't buy hair straighteners, but I'm assuming this probably costs less than 20 bucks. This is the only real tool that you need in this. It needs to get fairly hot, but I'm going to show you how to seal those Mylar bags with this standard run-of-the-mill, buy it in your department store hair straightener. Okay, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use the Oats to show you how to do this. The reason I'm using Oats is flour makes a big mess, and I don't want to clean up this mess right here. But anyways, moving on. What you're going to need to do, grab 1 oxygen absorber and 1 Mylar bag, and then whatever your food supply is. I'm going to use oats like I mentioned, and I'm going to take a cup and just fill my bag up with the oats. So just using oats. Typically I'm going to fill this, I like to fill my bags up about 2/3 of the way full. You could fill them up more, you could fill them up a little bit less, but I find that about 2/3 of the way usually works best for being able to seal this bag, shake everything down, and you'll get the most bang for your buck. So I'm going to stop there. This is full to right about here. When you dump this stuff in here, especially with flour, you are going to get a little dust around the inside. There's no way to avoid that. So what you can try to do is take a paper towel and just wipe on the inside. Try to knock some of that dust down. Right now my iron's heating up. Honestly, I should have marked on this bag before I started filling it. It's easier that way, but no big deal. I can mark afterwards. But I want this top to be able to fold down straight and flat and not have any creases. Once that iron is heated up enough, I'm going to go ahead and seal this bag. That simple, that easy, but I'm going to show you how to do it here real quick once the iron's hot. Okay, before you seal this bag, I almost forgot myself, make sure you put one of these oxygen absorbers inside your bag. If you're in an area that's pretty humid, you could put 2 oxygen absorbers in there. Again, that's a 300 cc for this. You could put 2, making it 600 cc. It may be an overkill, but you know, if you want to be sure, throw 2 of them in there, and you can buy extra. It's not going to hurt anything. It just might be overkill. But anyways, wait for the iron to heat up. After you put that oxygen absorber in there, then you can close it. Alright, I moved out of my man cave for this up to the kitchen so I have a better working area for this. Again, there's the oats. There's the oxygen absorber. We're going to pack this down, and then I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to push this down and try to force as much air out of this bag as possible without crinkling this top edge. When I get it nice, as good as I can, what I like to do is take this iron sideways at first, and let me straighten this out again real quick. See if I can turn this here. Here's that edge. I'm going to go in as far as I can, crimp it down, melt it just for a few seconds, and melt it down, and that's sealed. At least it was, at least on that side. Now I'm going to come to the other side, push everything out. So this side here is already sealed. I don't know if you can see it's melted or not. This side's not. Again, push all that air out since I tipped it. And then I'm going to seal this side. That's what I do at first. There you can see that ridge line across there. Now what I'm going to do, I mean that is sealed with that strip, but what I'm going to do is seal it the rest of the way. I'm going to come back and do work down this just a little bit at a time towards the edge. So I'm sealing the entire top of that bag. Let me turn this sideways so hopefully you can see this a little bit better. Okay, there's the original line I sealed. There's this small portion. I'm just going to continue sealing. You want to try to get it so there's no wrinkles in this. It's going to be nearly impossible to make it perfect, but the flatter you can get this, the better. And you can always come back and make sure that that first seal is in place. There you go, we're done, except for labeling it. So you're going to write whatever you want on there. These are oats. You have to apologize for my drunken chicken scratch handwriting. So we got oats. And then the date, we got 3/26/20. So make sure you put a date on there, and then once you start using these you can cycle through according to the date. But that's it, that's all you need to do. I basically have a week's supply or more for one person. Took me, if I were to do it without talking to you, I could have probably done it in 4 minutes. So that's how you store your food long term. You know, oats is not the best thing in the world, but it'll keep you alive. So that's how you're going to store food. I know this is a little late for the coronavirus, but you got to start somewhere. Very simple to do. You can do it with oats, you can do it with rice, you can do it with flour, you can do it with cornstarch, you can do it with pepper, whatever that you can store. Throw it in a Mylar bag, throw your oxygen absorber in there, seal it up with a hair crimper or a hair straightener, a hot iron, and throw it in your storage room. You typically want to store this stuff and lower it than 70 degrees temperature. That'll make it last longer. But that's how you're going to store food to prepare for a crisis or a pandemic such as going on right now. Hopefully you learned something. I'll see you again next time.